1:30. With us in the studios is Mr. M.R. Raghu, Chief Manager, Security Research Center at the Institute for Chartered Financial Analysts of India in Hyderabad. Mr. Raghu, we've had brokers today say that perhaps the bear phase is over. Yesterday the market went up by 62 points and today we've seen a similar rise. Do you think they're correct, or are they calling it too early?
I think they're calling it too early. For one reason is that, whatever the fundamental signals that are required for a basic improvement in the market, that is yet to come.
What are these signals?
And you have to place India amidst the foreign emerging markets, and there is a lot of happenings that are not bearing well for the stock markets. There is a liquidity crunch. The capital is not coming, be it secondary market or primary market. Funds are becoming costlier.
But talk about emerging markets. Haven't all emerging markets across the year fallen roughly the same amount as Bombay has in the last 1 year?
I don't think so. If you just see either Singapore or Thailand or Hong Kong or whatever it is, I think the trends are good. Basically, because they follow suit with whatever is happening in the U.S. economy, and people don't relate whatever is happening in India to that type of a situation. And the investments have to get propelled up. That is the basic answer to all the problems that we have. All these ups and downs will keep happening, but basically there has to be an investment flow into this country.
So you think that at the next rise you are bound to see them selling soon, maybe the next 2 or 3 days, which some profit booking?
I hope so, but in the long run, say next June, I think we are going to witness a tremendous rise in stock markets.
How and what do you base these predictions on?
Things would become much more clearer, and we are headed towards
the political situation, or
A, political situation, B, the thorns like a depository system will be in place, which is a much needed really for the foreign investors in this country, and generally there will be an economic growth. I think that would result in a very good move. And once these foreigners get really interested into our country, I think they can take the index high.
You were talking about liquidity. So how much do you think the reintroduction of forward trading on January 8th, as has been promised by the Bombay Stock Exchange, will help this liquidity?
Certainly, to a very great extent, I think brokers welcome such a measure. And however, the fact remains that India still is dependent on some 6 to 7 scripts. And if you remove those scripts, I think the market capitalization falls by 50%. That is the hard fact, and I think we'll have to come out of that situation. More and more breadth is what is required in our markets today. I think that is what is driving away the foreigners.
So how can we get more breadth?
We can get more breadth only by encouraging more and more companies to perform well in the stock markets.
Can you explain how perform well in the sense of?
Basically the investment has to be broad-based. It should not be dependent on a few institutional investors who can just take the market here and there. Today influencing Indian market is the most easiest thing to do. I think that should not be the case. Something happens to Reliance, everything happens to the market.
So that should not happen.
That should not happen, and it can come about only in the long run. But the fact remains that 6 scripts hold the markets 50% of market capitalization. I think that won't happen anywhere except in India.
That's very, very unhealthy.
Quite unhealthy.
Raghu, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.